Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble and on Patreon for extra support. Any kind of updates usually I go about on Twitter X platform. And hopefully later today, we'll have another Midnight Suns episode. And just a quick update here regarding the channel. In the last week or so, almost, I wasn't able to do any kind of videos or anything. I went a couple of days out of town per se on business trips and dealing with some customers there. And I've been dealing with some legal procedures regarding basically it's the visa renovation and all that stuff there. So I've been out all day dealing with this situation so I can put everything renewed per se. So that's why I've been a little bit out of action to a certain degree. And I foresee in the next week I will finish up dealing with these situations so I can forget about that and deal with that. But everything is okay. But other than that, it's basically this what happened. It's work, and then it's the time of the year that I need to renew all the documentation and all that jazz. So I've been a little bit outside of the house. I've not even been able to advance on playing the Midnight Suns episodes. That's why I'm not even posting those ones. But yeah, later today, hopefully, I can publish a Midnight Suns episode and see about that. It's been a week, a very busy week in terms of news. I'm just going to try and get the most recent stuff because it's been a week, so some of them are already old. So yeah, that's that. Similarly, I watched this video. At least I watch a reaction regarding this. Similarly, Free for Free Industries, they changed basically their name and is going to be known as Halo Studio, sorry, multiple Halo games in development on Unreal Engine 5. It seems that before they were doing their own thing with the custom engine, and now they are going to change for Unreal Engine 5, which usually I don't like very much. A lot of these huge companies depending on third-party engines. Um, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's see. I'm not very hopeful. Again, I was never a Halo player because again, Xbox stuff I usually didn't play too much. But it's a very well-known IP series. But yeah, hopefully they can change around. But yeah, from the video, it doesn't seem that. I'm not very hopeful, unfortunately, from what I've been seeing here. There it is, the Sleep Space engine. Yeah, yeah. In-house game engines can be have a little bit what they say in terms of upkeep that engine, but I think especially on this kind of games, and especially if you have a big company, I think it's long term preferable to have a custom engine for your own specific game. In this case, Halo. But yeah, hopefully the game will have a better quality. Hopefully, especially I think free for free was not the games that they made from Halo was not the best ones, I think, if not mistaken. Again, I didn't follow that much up close. But yeah, the fact that they are changing their name, I think it's kind of more rebranding stuff. I'm not sure how, in terms of inside or in-house studio, if there's going to be some shuffling around, if they're going to bring new people or trying to get rid of other people. But yeah, we'll have to see when this first project will come. I think the idea seems okay, which is them using at this moment kind of building the world in terms of the design itself. Again, it seems okay in terms of the detail stuff there, in terms of graphic quality and the such, but this is a game. This is not a movie or a series or something like that. So, especially in a game like this, I think gameplay is king. But yeah, again, we'll have to wait and see when it comes more updates and see how this will go. Um, Then you got also Tequila works, cancels game, and lays off a few employees. Again, I remember seeing this one because I did a gameplay series on Deadlight, Director's Cut, if not mistaken. It's on the main page of the channel there in the older gameplay series. A very interesting game. But yeah, similarly, project was cancelled of an unannounced game. They did all other games here. The Sexy Brutal Rhyme, which is seems to be the most well known here. Guild and Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story. Again, given that the Rime is the most well received there, yeah, I only know them for Deadlight game. It's a very interesting game, like a 2D side scroller kind of a game there with some puzzling things, sections there, which is interesting. The story seems okay. It's not something a 10 out of 10, but it's a pretty good game, and I usually recommend that game when it comes on sale. So, yeah, it's sad to see that a smaller studio had to cancel a project there, but hopefully things will get better and we'll get a good game out of this studio here. Similarly, also we will get a sequel to Alien Isolation. Again, this is one of those games that I did manage to get around and at the time um, do a gameplay series on this one. I really enjoyed this game, even though the AI on the Alien itself can be a little bit quirky. The AI routines there, but overall, it got the setting and the atmosphere of the first Alien movie very well, with all the low tech things there on the monitors and the menus and even the atmosphere and how you need to deal with avoiding the alien. You add like last resource stuff tools that you can deal with them, but with time, if you use the same tool, you will not get scared because basically the tools is to scare off the alien rather than try to kill him because it's basically impossible. So it's a very they managed to get a very good balance in that game. Even though the AI of the alien itself was a little bit quirky at some points in time on this depend on the stage, but overall I really enjoyed the game. And 10 years after the launch of that game, they are announcing basically a sequel. It's on the early stages of production. Hopefully we'll have this at least the same quality level there. But yeah, I'm hoping to check out this when it comes. But yeah, it's good to see that it's a very interesting game, and I do recommend it when I see that on a deal. Also, it's one of those that has my stamp of approval there. Also, we got some the Metaphor ReFantazio launch trailer. It will at this time of recording, I think it's launched tomorrow. I think it's a global launch. We're already seeing some Metacritic reviews. It seems to have excellent scores, 90 plus in all platforms. Again, this is from the same guys that brought the Persona series. I think this one is more of a kind of, let's say, a Final Fantasy approach to the kind of Persona 5. So basically, it's been called the Persona Final Fantasy kind of a thing there, or Persona Fantasy, because it's as a more fantastical or a more fantasy setting there. Sorry. But yeah, I'm interested to see about this game. Again, I think there was some rumblings throughout this week of localization for this game. Again, got all the acronym mafia trying to, I don't know, not do their own job, which is translating the game from Japanese to English. But yeah, I'm not sure how that went because again, I lost some news there throughout this last week. But yeah, I think I heard some rumblings regarding the localization for in English for this game. But other than that, it seems that the game is pretty good. It's on the same par of Persona series games. Let's see how that goes. I'm waiting to check when I can independent reviews for this game and see how it fares. Then we got again Ubisoft is crashing and burning and going even deeper there. This latest one, see, it's having to do their sharing user data, which I think it's not sharing as much as selling user data. and they are using the data from their storefronts and Ubisoft Plus subscription service, and they are selling basically to Meta. And it's been activated a class action lawsuit, or they are trying to get it to class action lawsuit by, again, starting with a complaint basically it reveals that the publisher is doing this, and it's using the Pixel user tracking software. I don't know what the Pixel is. I think it's that software it is, and this is done without being disclosed in any way to the users. So that's the main thing here. You're not even aware, or they are not even telling you that they are sharing, or in this case, I will assume selling your data to them. Yeah, and it's in this policy, or this practice is in violation of Video Privacy Protection Act introduced in '88, which was created to prevent wrongful disclosure of video tape rental or sales record. Again, this is before the internet, and then it was later amended in 2014 to allow streaming networks to share personally identifiable data, but only with the user's consent. Yeah, again, it will. They are waiting to see if it receives a class action certification. But yeah, they are using this to try and seeking a trial and financial compensation for everyone involved. And again, they also want Ubisoft to remove Pixel from its website or seek consent from the users to share their data. Again, this is not good news. It's another one, another nail in the coffin of Ubisoft. And yeah, basically there is some rumors that supposedly all of this strategy, if we can call it that, of tanking, there is a strategy of going about and tanking the stock price of Ubisoft, so Tencent could take over. um Again, I'm not sure how this takes any kind of advantage. Again, and we're seeing a lot of this happening, which I think is trying to destroy companies by destroying their own IPs. So the company shares, or their evaluation goes to rock bottom, so they can be basically gobbled up. In this case, for Tencent, or in other, I don't know, in other fields, or any kind of other activities, doing the same thing for example, BlackRocks and Vanguards of the world, gobble up these companies. So basically, buy them cheap enough so they can own. In this case of Ubisoft, own the IPs, which is something that I can understand. But then if you degrade the IPs that you're buying to a point that nobody will afterwards will go and buy your game and play your game, I don't know what's the point of destroying. I think they are trying to think in long terms, like for example, give it 10 years, and then they can resurrect all the IPs under the Ubisoft in being not with the DEI things there. I don't know if it is a global strategy. Some people think it might be. But yeah, it seems that even Tencent pushed this Yasuke thing because we already know through rumors and leaks that from insider Ubisoft, people that previously the male protagonist was an Asian, or in this case a Japanese main character, and they switched to Yasuke, which is very odd. And a lot of people are saying that it was Tencent that make a big push to introduce Yasuke. So the backlash will ensue for this game to even be launched. But then again, if you're trying to burn, I don't know how Tencent has how much the pockets are deep from them to keep losing money, because again, you're losing money while you're doing this. Then you're going to overtake the company by itself on the cheap side, and then how are you going to recoup that money? I don't know, because it's a very high risk gamble here. I think for the Guillemot family, I don't think, unless they want to also increase their piece of the pie there on Ubisoft, given that they are the founders of the Ubisoft company. I think they have 5 family members on the board there. plus the Tencent board members there. Again, it might be kind of a plot to take the company to the lowest level possible so they can fully acquire or even take it private and acquire like full ownership of the company. But then the path to redemption of start bringing good games, people usually tend not to forget, at least the most uh, I'm not talking about the mainstream people that usually buy games, but a lot of people will not forget of this kind of things here. And in I'm not sure if they have deep enough pockets to hang on 10 years until the games that eventually come out to be in a good shape of starting making profits. Again, this is a very strange thing here, even though I understand that, for example, Tencent, I don't like very much Tencent having all these fingers in the pies of everybody there. I don't like that much, even though it's like minority shares, like between 5 to 10%. Again, 5 to 10% can, in these companies, have a lot of leverage inside the company itself. And I don't like the too much the way they're going about it. And supposedly here, Razor Fist, I think, yeah, Razor Fist. Again, I like to see more in-depth videos regarding how this, because here, by the end of previous year, annual Chinese funding of ESC, Bridge, and DI initiatives in the Americas total estimated $4.5 trillion, which is stupid amounts of money there just to, I don't know, push this agenda on the West. Even though, again, they can, I kind of understand the thought process there, because then when this kind of shit show happens on the Western publishers, you can start ramping up in-house productions, like for example Black Myth Wukong, and Lift Up. I think there is another game that will come out. I completely forgot the name, but for example, if you can manage to get around and launch games like Black Myth Wukong, that sold 20 million copies almost since launch. It's a lot of money made there. Again, I'm not sure if it is they spend this money to sink the competition while trying to through in-house publishers and game studios there to rise up their own intellectual property, let's say, and I don't know, bolster their market there with games like Black Myth Wukong. It kind of makes sense in an abstract way, but it's a big gamble, because if people start to catch up on this, it might backfire. The same way if it was the other way around. That's why you have a lot of censorship, let's say, or a lot of regulatory hurdles to go through when you want to publish a game on the Chinese market, or even, for example, in the Middle Eastern market. Yes, I think Australian market is also very tricky to publish, has some certain guidelines there that are a little bit tricky. Yeah, if it was the other way around, you would understand that's how it works. But yeah, if people catch on this, and if it's something, a strategy, like a long-term strategy, and when I say long, like a 10-year long strategy of decimate the competition by funding these DEI policies and all that jazz, and bolster your own stuff there. I don't know. It's kind of a silent and insidious takeover there. Am I trying to get around here? I'm not sure how this will work out. But that's the problem of corporations. You can use the power of money to buy them out in several ways. But yeah, this is what I got here for today. I tried to keep myself, catch up myself on the news side of things there. But yeah, some tidbits here that caught my attention for today. I will wrap up with with some gaming deals. We still have Planet of Lana here. It's from Thunderful publisher sale, so it's 50% off, which is good. This seems to be a pretty good game. We got also Lords of the Fallen. The deluxe edition is also 50% off. We got the Long Dark, pretty good game. This is we got the base game 50% and the survival mode 40% off. On GOG, we got good deals here. Battle Tech. This is the Mercenary Collection. You got the Standard Edition and Digital Deluxe Edition. Also, they are all 76% off, give or take. We got Darkest Dungeon, so the first one, 85% off the Standard Edition. But I think the Essential Edition is a better deal because we got all the DLC there. We got also Inside, 75% off. Limbo, which is the spiritual prequel. Limbo, 75% off also. And then we got wartales, 40% off on GOG. But yeah, basically this is it for today. I'm sorry about having to miss around 1 week. The next week is going to be a little bit busy also. But then again, don't worry, nothing is wrong here. It's just the usual stuff here. I have to go to physical spaces and deal with these situations to put everything there. Plus, I had some. I only had one medical issue. Was I had to do an extraction of a tooth. That was I broke the tooth last week, and I had to do an extraction there. So yesterday I was not even able to speak that much. So that's why I didn't even do anything there. But yeah, hopefully for I will manage to comb out any kind of hurdles that and situation that I need to take care of, and then I will resume my usual schedule there. But yeah, uh, I'm just going to wrap up here with my Patreon here. For access support, the access support is more in line for at this moment in time for me to be able to get a better storage solution, so I can have backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. So until then, I'm your master out.